Um, I am going to be a halfling, and outside of that, I had not really decided what I wanted to do as of yet. I just started. I think I probably want to do either a ranger or a druid, because I haven't played either of those.
I don't know. Might stick with my class, my go-to, but I don't know. I love a good barbarian man that just be beating people up.
Real.
Loading failed.
Missing dependencies, carry weight increased 9,000. What?
Dang. Okay. I know what that is.
Game is truly testing our patience.
It really is.
I'm honestly surprised you haven't at this point,
I
to be completely real with you.
I was about 2 minutes away from saying I got it. I'm like, alright, fucking get it.
Like we can roll through the first couple of combats and like maybe even clear the ship in like 20 minutes if we play through it quick. But yeah, like oh man.
I'm getting pretty close to that point.
Yeah, I figured as much. Ch-
To be honest.
Chelsea's hanging out to watch Gaga again because she's on hella late for the coach to the Ella be live streaming.
Oh.
Madame Gaga is the closer on Fridays, so Chelsea only got to watch some of her set live last week and then watch the rest of it back when they were like replayed it and shit. So she wanted to try and catch it legitly this time.
Wow.
You know, I went to go check on her at like 1:30 or something, and Gaga was supposed to start at like 2, and she was asleep, but she had an alarm on her phone, and then we finished playing at like 2:35, 2:40, something like that. So I get into bed at like 2:45, and she's still knocked, and Gaga's on TV, and I was like, oh, like didn't she want to wake up? And then I was like debating on waking her up, and then like Pudge or I think Pudge like rolled up and was like, "Hey, bitch, wake up!" and Chelsea was like, "Oh my god, why did you wake me up?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know what to do."
Oh man.
Today she goes, and if we find me asleep while Lady Gaga is performing, we do what? And I said, wake you up. And she said, yes, yes.
Should totally not wake her up.
Real. Tempting.
Or wake her up for like 3 hours later.
Yeah, she's been done for hours now. Don't worry, it's coming back around though. We'll get to see her at 6 a.m. Well, they're thankfully like replaying the streams and stuff like that, so um, which is nice. 'Cause you ever watch Stranger Things?
I have not.
God, what else did he do? You see, God, I can't remember what it was called, but he's like a pizza delivery guy, and then he just starts like fucking killing people, um, or something. He's like getting dares or something. Spree from 2020. Did you see Free Guy?
I have not actually seen that movie.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Is
It,
it good?
it was fine. Um, yeah, it's a fun time. It is. I don't know if I would. I don't think I would ever choose to rewatch it. It would be like somebody's like, "Hey, this is on TV," or like, "Oh, hey, I want to watch this," and I'm like, okay, that's fine, I guess. Um,
It's a movie that exists.
yeah, uh, it is a worse version of the Lego Movie.
Ah,
It's, it's,
that makes sense.
it's pretty much Ryan Reynolds is Emmett. It's the Lego Movie. Um,
That's awesome.
it's a Lego Movie. Ryan Reynolds is Emmett, and then fucking Taika Waititi is the villain, and he's
Yeah.
eccentric and like fine. Um, and then like the cop out of like the big boss fight is him fighting a bulkier version of himself. Like it was interesting enough. Anyways, this is so point of me asking if you had seen these things was there's an actor whose name is Joe Keery, and he blew up pretty much because of Stranger Things. He was on a few shows, a couple of small movie roles around when Stranger Things started popping off because that was 2016. So,
Yeah, I know this guy.
yeah. He is also a singer. He has got a band called Joe DJO, and he like I don't know. I don't know that he was like opening or anything, but he was also doing Coachella, so we watched a bit while we were at the game. But he just dropped a new album. I don't really know what music you listen to, so if you want something a little like weird, a little off kilter, he's super interesting is what I'll say. It's like this new album is like uh the first album was like super explorational, and the second album was like kind of more like digging down deeper into that, if that makes sense. Like exploring some stuff, being like weird, funky, just kind of like off the cuff, like um more like about the lyrics, and then just like he's definitely more of like a talk singer than a singer, quote unquote. But this album that he just dropped is called The Crux, and it's like I would say the most he's like singing without like effects on and stuff out of the three, and he's like it hits kind of like an homage to like all of these like classic rock kind of artists and that like era essentially. Um just super cool. There's a song that like really feels like the Beatles. There's like some other songs that kind of feel like, you know, I don't know, amalgamations, like combos of various other artists of that, kind of like 60s, 70s, 80s kind of classic rocky um stuff that you might think about. It, yeah, I don't know. Hard to nail down. What do you listen to? Are you a country boy?
I'm not a country boy. I listen to death metal and hard trap.
Okay. So yeah, definitely not for you.
Some like
But
post-hardcore like FaceCam shit.
you Rainbow Kitten surprise. kind of a person at all? Isn't that it? I think that's it. Yeah. Really? Um. Yeah, they're super funky weird. Um. How have you not heard of them? That's so interesting. They're technically an American alternative rock indie band, but they're like, I don't know. I thought they were more in like your vein of stuff, but according to the internet, that sounds more along my line of stuff.
Yeah, I listen to bands like the Acacia Strain.
Let's see. One of my my metalhead buddies, he's a big Ice Nine Kills fan. Um,
Ice Nine Kills is good.
he, God, we ran into him at a concert, and we were there for Fallout Boy, and he was there for Bring Me the Horizon.
Oh, Bring Me the Horizon's a good one.
They were pretty interesting. Not my bag, but like they weren't bad by any means. Singer was actually really good. And I
Nice.
and
Yeah.
I also know how to appreciate the people who are actually doing screaming properly, because there are plenty who don't. But
That is very true.
God, I was getting suppressed like shit for a second there, huh?
Huh?
Just looking back at my TikToks, it's getting like, oh, hey, excuse you, stop it. It's getting like middling hundreds of views, two, three, and then 900 on a pre-play C4 Capkin, 500 on a Valk pre-play C4. Oh, this was huge. 5,000 views, 5,300 views on a 1v2 clutch with mute on coastline.
Nice.
And then 300, 200, 300, 200s, 200s, 783 on a 1v4 clutch from playing as Mozzie. 300, 270, and then a 37, 356, 681, 414, 314, 235, 998, almost 1,000 views, 600 views, and then TikTok was about to go down, so 360 and 360 and 96 on some drafts I threw out there. And then the comeback was a Sea of Thieves clip with 42 views, Siege with 16, Siege with 24, Baldur's with 24 and then 21, another Siege with 18, 21, 32, and then my Azami clip with a double and nothing clash dancing on the floor was over 1,000. My Capkin double with the little like wall door swings over 1,000. These last couple I've done okay, 600, and then today's was 378 so far. So like definitely swung back this past week, but I was getting like no fucking views since I came back from the TikTok ban. Not that I was posting super regularly or anything, but
Oh, you did. Sorry. You caught me right at the last second. Yeah, understandable.
we're making it through as many combats as we can if Nick's loading in, and if it doesn't work, we're going to go play Siege.
Jeez.
And Nick's going to sleep.
I mean, as many combats as we can is probably gonna be the combat of
Well,
trying to make a character.
yeah, real, yeah. Only one way to find out. Oh my god. We did it. Alright, skip this shit. Skip this shit. Alright, quickly now. Alright. Alright, should I be a dwarf? Or a halfling? Ooh, dwarves get a bunch of proficiencies. I'm doing that. I'm gonna be a dwarf. Shield dwarf. Get armor proficiency. Superior dark vision. Dwarf armor. Resilience. Advantage on saving throws against illusion. Against being charmed and paralyzed. Increases by 1. Increases by 1 again every time you gain a level. Dwarven toughness. Armor training. I don't want to be a Dwargar. This is just combat training. Proficiency with battle axe, hand axe, light hammer, war hammer. So if I want armor training, I should take this. Sure. I guess I've also never been a fighter. I think I'm gonna go. I'm probably gonna multi-class after we get our first feat, but I'm gonna go ranger fighter. I think. So. Do that. All right, I'm taking proficiency in sleight of hand, so I can help with that kind of stuff. Strength. All right. Woof, that's some hair.
Where to next? Let's hope that
Hells. It's opened.
more of those.
There's Matt.
What was that?
Hells.
It's opened. I wonder what's back there.
You need a guardian. Choose one.
Alright. I'm ready, Freddy. Yeah. I gotta go find my water. BRB. returned. Imagine. Definitely okay to skip cutscenes and through dialogue in all of this first section of the game if everybody else is down.
Wherever we are, someone else fought us.
I'll take that.
Okay. Find the gnome. Or well, the dwarf, I guess. Dwayne the dwarf. Just dwarfing around.
Dead.
Alright. Party on. Alright, first combat? No. First combat's after we run into Lazo. We'll get we'll get Shadowheart. What do you guys want to do? You want to keep us? You want to kill it? You know we get him back later in the game if we save him here. Yeah, I'll show you how if we want to keep him alive. Y'all's preference. I truly don't care. You get him back in Moonrise Towers. He's down down in the underneath before you fight Ketherick for Act 2 to finish out. And you've got to literally go free him from a cage because he's been in prison because he's like bonded with us or whatever. It's super interesting. I was like very intrigued to find him. I found him on Not our playthrough, not Chelsea and mine, but I found him in my Daisy playthrough. And so that was, it was one of those like, oh fuck, he was here, kind of moments, right?
The brain won't budge.
Who's doing the convo, Corey? Yeah.
The exposed.
Please. Before they return. They return.
Yeah, it's like Nick should be able. Oh no, terrible rolls, huh? Y'all suck. Waiting for Spongy Larry to continue. Your name's Chrome, Corey. Oh yeah.
The brain won't budge.
All right, my turn.
The exposed.
Please. Before they return.
All right.
They return.
You notice edema, a swelling of the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of the skull.
My nose is gigantic, dude. Yo, I've got situational advantage. What the fuck? I've never had this happen before either. So I've succeeded that medicine check, and it gave me situational advantage on that second roll to do a medical procedure. I am deftly yanking a brain out, Corey. Don't undermine me.
Strange creature, making it more subservient. Should it
Yeah,
prove
dude.
its
I mean, you see that as giant hands, and you think that his nose is not. You think his nose is not appropriately sized. But I'll be honest with you. I said, "I'll take the biggest nose, please." I looked at those face options, and I said, "Big nose, thanks, appreciate you."
creature pauses, listening. Something behind
Yeah.
your eyes seizes in recognition.
I just saw, like, he's very
We are needed.
he's very Tommy Wiseau coded for some reason.
To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
Alright, we encounter Lazelle. We can leave her. Or kill her. Preference. Anybody want the conversation? You can run ahead. I don't know if we can kill her right here, but if we can, let's do it.
Your head
Dumbass bitch.
You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. First, we exterminate. As for that thing,
Oh yeah, I guess we do this combat with her regardless, but we can go grab Shadowheart. Alright. Damn, y'all suck, huh? I mean, my boy out here getting more kills than y'all bitches. Sure, sure. Better be. You better roll better the next time we play this shit. You and Corey both.
Don't waste a step.
Imps might have, yeah, okay. Scimitar, a couple light crossbows. Y'all got crossbows? If you don't have a ranged weapon, then I will send, why my actions not work? My actions are not working. I could like drop stuff. So if y'all can take stuff from my menu, or like from my inventory, go ahead. Also not showing my... It's, like your inventory is... oh, you're on computer, dude. I have no idea. Oh, it's, your R2 wheel. And then the top section will be your, yeah. Where the fuck? Why? Context menu. Make interface. Menu map, display recent. Alright. Well, can't figure out why I can't. Alright. Nick, I'm gonna fall asleep. Night, buddy boy. Alrighty. Hey, at least we got in there. That's what matters. Well, we can go ahead and quit out of here. Let me see what our gaming situation is. You want to play Siege? What's your vibe? I've got what looks to be 3 players if we want to join up with them. Alright. I'm gonna hop in their Discord once you're ready to swap over.